Lord. So, okay, so he gets there, but he's under house arrest. And Paul could, now you know the change of the guards. Now, didn't just one guard stay there. So if he there in prison 2 years, he have seen a many Roman soldiers.
That's right.
Amen. And every time they change guard, he would preach the warning.
Come on.
They go get him another guard for the evening time shift. He'll preach it up. The third shift guard come in. He'll preach to him. So in preaching, they were saved. Many of them out through the empire of Rome was saved. So Paul said that I'm not a prisoner of Rome, I'm a prisoner of God.
Come on. That's right.
Now let me tell you something to help you right there. If you could get yourself to believe this, that all of this trouble I'm going through, all of these trials I'm going through this for the sake of God. If you could ever get to that point, ever get there, you will have perfect peace. Because you say, I ain't going to fight right, I ain't going to be cussing, I ain't going to be fussing, I ain't going to be raising hell, because I'm depending on God. I'm going to stand right here, and I'm going to do this because of God. Not me.
Right. You're right.
See, if you ever can take that other person out of the equation. I'm going to teach you pretty good. See, if you get mad with the pastor, I'll tell you how to handle that. Listen to me. Well, I'm obeying because God said.
That's right. Yeah. That's it.
That's what I'm going to do. No, I may not, I don't like it, I don't want to do it, but the Lord said.
Come on.
I'm going to do what First Lady say, dude. This might not. See, I'm from the old school. You know, I might have an older idea. But you know, I'm going to do what she said. Because that's what God said.
Come on.
And I'm going to get off of this in a minute, but I want y'all to understand what will work for you.
That's it.
If you can take that other person out of the equation. Yeah, I know John been talking about me and them, but God said I got to love my enemies. That's how you make it 6 to 7 years and look like this. Fussing and arguing age and shit.
Come on.
You don't have a stroke fussing and arguing at somebody.
Say it. Say it.
High blood pressure comes from fussing and arguing.
Walk it.
Yes. You want to look good when you get old.
Come on, yeah.
You live a good life.
That's it.
I know. Look at me. Look at Mama Russell. We ain't no ladies.
That's right.
Right.
But God preserve us.
Yes. That's it.
And He is a preserver. Let me move on here.
Yes, He is.
Okay, now so now while Paul is preaching, now he gets the news. You know, somebody always gonna bring you the news of what's going on. So they tells him here now, do you know they trying to preach? They preaching, trying to preach against you. Some want to get his church.
Come on.
Some want to do all of these things. But look, he gave us 3 reasons here how preachers preach. Look at that verse 15. He said, some indeed preach Christ even of envy.
My God.
What? Somebody tell me what envy means.
You want what somebody else is. Jealous. You want what's jealous.
See, some preachers jealous of each other.
That's it.
That's what the Bible ain't saying that. Paul said, I'm not saying that.
Lord Jesus.
Preachers are jealous.
You sure right.
Ladies are jealous of ladies. Ladies are jealous of her. Ladies are jealous of me. And ladies are jealous. People are jealous of me. Every preacher got somebody that's jealous of them that God called. Every preacher that God called.
That God called.
Somebody's jealous of them.
My God.
Don't mess with me this morning.
That's good. You talking.
And then, now Paul said that, be careful. But I'm going to tell you what Paul said, how to handle that in a minute. Okay, and then he said they preach of strife. So what is strife? What is strife? Yeah, debate. I'm looking on my...
Come on, that's good.
In other words, they going to debate that thing. Whatever the pastor say, I don't know if that's true or not. Now let's go a little further. Let me read this. Let me tell you one thing. You have 3 synoptic gospels. Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Okay, and that means, synoptic means see things alike. Now sometimes they have things a little different.
Right.
Matthew might say 2 times, Mark might say 1 time, and one might say no time. Amen. Now you can't get that confused and say somebody don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
You got to study that word to know. Amen.
Right.
See, that can be a debate.
That's right.
And everybody right.
My God.
Okay. Then he says some were also of goodwill. Oh boy, don't you want to be that goodwill group?
Yeah.
Okay? Goodwill. And then he says, the one preached Christ for contention, not sincerely supporting to add affection to my bones. In other words, he said, now someone preaching out of contention, which means strife and all that. He said, but they actually not doing that to hurt me. That's what he's saying there. Some of them, yeah, they doing that, but they not doing that to hurt me. But the others of love, knowing that I'm set for the defense of the gospel. So there's something on. They know Paul. See, they trying to carry this gospel on for Paul, because Paul didn't tell, and they really don't know what the outcome gonna be.
Come on.
Because Paul don't really know himself. Right. He just trusted in God.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's it.
So he said they are just doing that. So he goes in verse 18. He says, "What then with understanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Christ is preached. And I therein do rejoice, ye and will rejoice." Yeah. He said, whatever way they preach.
All right. Come on. All right.
If it's out of strife, lady. If it's out of jealous, whatever way they preach. If it's of Christ.
Of Christ.
Because see, let me tell you what. See, there is no holiness in the preaching. The holiness